So examination scheme is provided over here. With that, sir might have discussed some part related to limit, fit, and tolerance. So we'll move on further. What is limit, what is tolerance, and what are the type of fitments? With that, what is the requirement of that, and what factors are affected with that? So following things sir might have discussed. So with that, we'll just review it. So to manufacture any component, it is very impossible, we can say that, to achieve the same dimension. That's why interchangeability is provided. It is impossible to achieve a dimensional perfection. So for that, this is not achieved due to some of the reasons, which may be tool wear, deflections, or most probably human error and vibrations are present. But as far as we achieve, or as we move towards the perfection of dimension, there is addition of this extra cost. And with that, we required a lot of time to achieve this degree of closeness, that is accuracy. So with that, always number of components, number of factors are acceptable. That means we accept or we permit the number of variations when we manufacture any component. So as no two things are identical in nature, so that's why we are going to permit some of the normal variations. So moving further, sir might have discussed sizes. What do you mean by size? With that, nominal size means what, which is specified in the drawing. What do you mean by basic size, which is nothing but as a reference, we call it. And important over here, we'll concentrate on this diagram first because we have to solve numerical today. So, and one thing, everyone can keep some of the pages or notebook either with you when you're listening the lecture, so that will just, and keep calculator with you. So I will ask few questions related to that, and you can post it or you can pull it. So so observe this diagram which is on your screen. I think everyone knows this is a shaft, but in our metrological terms, we'll call it as an external part or external feature. This part is called as a hole, and which we will call as an internal feature. So time being, when as we continue further, we'll call this shaft part as an external feature and hole as an internal feature. Time being, what are the other terminologies related to this? First is nothing but minimum limit and maximum limits, or either limits of internal feature and external feature. So what are this? Minimum limit for a shaft as shown over here. This line you can say, I will just highlight it. This is our minimum limit and this will be the maximum limit. So difference between both, this space, we call it as tolerance for that feature or tolerance for shaft in simple terms. Likewise, in similar fashion, we have this as a minimum limit for a hole and this as a maximum limit for a hole, and the difference between both, we call it as an tolerance for this part. With that, two factors or two important factors are to be understood, that is related with deviation and allowance. So what do you mean by deviation? It is nothing but the distance from the zero line, this zero line. So for any of the feature, either shaft or as a whole, what we call deviation, it is nothing but the distance of either of any limit from this zero line. So if it is closer, now if you consider the minimum limit of a hole and max zero line, so this gap or this distance, you call it as a I think you can call it as a lower deviation, this one. Whereas distance from this upper limit till zero line, you will call it as an upper deviation. In similar case, upper limit of shaft over here is this one. This is maximum limit. So you will call this distance as a upper deviation and this distance as a lower deviation for shaft. Now, timing, try to understand why I have told you this related part of deviation. What I want to explain you is nothing but the fundamental deviation. Now, no word is mentioned in this diagram as a fundamental deviation. So which type of deviation you will call it as a fundamental deviation? So the minimum distance from the zero line of either any limit. Suppose this is the zero line. So which is the minimum distance? So for a whole, minimum distance is this, which is nothing but distance from minimum limit to this. So minimum limit for a whole will be your fundamental deviation. Today we'll discuss related part of deviation because this part we required for our numericals. So please all of you concentrate, try to concentrate on this. Unless and until you will not get this deviation part, it will be difficult to solve numericals, and numericals are too much easy. So fundamental deviation is nothing but a minimum distance or shortest distance. So for a shaft, maximum limit and the zero line gap, this one is nothing but the fundamental deviation. Now, I think you might have understood the fundamental deviations. We'll move further. This terminologies I think you know now. In last lecture you might have discussed again. Tolerance is nothing but the maximum limit of size and the minimum limit of size. With that classification of limits, you might have seen maximum or upper limit and minimum or lower limit. So same thing is shown over here. This is the whole. So this distance, minimum distance is lower limit, or we can say it as minimum limit, whereas maximum limit is nothing but the maximum distance. Same part is related with your shaft. Now, tolerance, I think, again, is nothing but the difference between the limits. Which one? Maximum and minimum. Maximum limit and minimum limit. Difference between both is called as tolerance. Now, there is some sort of classification based on the designation part. We have first one as unilateral and bilateral as the second. Now, what is unilateral? If deviation is provided either side of the zero line. So as shown over here, this diagram you can observe this part. So 20 is the basic size. So we can say that 0 is the minimum and 0.2 is maximum. And since it is above, I will show you when to provide positive, when to provide negative sign. Bilateral, from both sides we have the tolerances, or it interferes the zero line. Again, we have fits. Type of fit, I think again you have discussed. It is nothing but degree of tightness or looseness between the two meeting parts. So clearance, transition, and interference. These are the three types of fits. We are moving slowly. Clearance is nothing but the allowance, you can say, maximum of shaft and minimum of hole. This distance you call it as a clearance. What is minimum clearance, maximum clearance? That might have you are discussed, I think. With that, I will show you a few examples. Clearance is nothing but the shaft is freely inserted in a hole. So we call it as a loose fit or a loose joint, in which further it is clearance fit is classified as first one loose fit, in which we have some of the loose pulleys and agricultural machineries like that. Running fit is second classification of clearance fit, in which we can save some of the bearing piers. Again, slide fit, or we have medium fit, in which we have some of the slide walls, automobile parts likewise. Now, how to calculate clearance, minimum and maximum? It is nothing but the difference between the limits, obviously, of two parts, that is hole and a shaft, so that we can get a clearance. If it value is positive, it is nothing but a clearance fit, and whenever you get negative value over here, we can say that it is nothing but a interference fit. Same case with interference. Shaft is always larger than the hole. With that, interference is further classified as shrink fit, heavy force fit. In that we have few numericals likewise, few examples likewise, and then medium force fit and tight fit and force fit. These are the three classifications of interference fit. And third one, the last one, we have transition fit. So transition fit in which we have interruption of two limits, two max and minimum limit, maximum of shaft and minimum of hole. So whenever these two interfere with each other, we can get transition fit. Side by side, if you have any questions, you can immediately post it in your question box. In transition also we have snug fit, or most probably we call it as a push fit. With that, force fit or shrink fit, which is observed in some of the railway wheels parts. And again, next one we have ringing fit. Ringing, I think we have discussed this part related with our sleep gauges. And with that, a few examples are nothing but just keys and pins. You might be studying shaft, keys and coupling in case of DME1. So in that, few types of keys you might have seen. So how to fix those keys in a shaft? Just a ringing fit is needed. Many type of keys are there. Now, I think types of system also you have discussed, that is hole basis and shaft basis, and which one we prefer and why we prefer that. I think you all are, now. I will directly move to our next part. Interchangeability, that is nothing can be similar. So for that we require interchangeability. Now, the part which is required for numerical, and I think steps related with that. So there are different types of limit systems which are shown on the screen. You can observe American system or British standard system, ISO system, and New World system. It is nothing but related with the designation of some of the limit part. Now in that, so what I was discussing was fundamental tolerance. So there are usually 25 types of fundamental deviations, and its value is also there. With that, we have few formulas related to that, and we'll just observe it. Now, again, we know that hole is designated as a capital letter, and shaft is designated as a small letters in this fashion. So I told you that shaft will be called as an external feature time being, and hole will be called as an internal feature. Why? Because tolerance which is provided on that part, that is for shaft it is on the outer part, and for hole it will be at the internal part, obviously the meeting section. Now this diagram is very much important, which will be required for you, and try to understand from this. So what you have to understand from this, alphabets which are shown in the first diagram over here, this is the designation of hole, and in which this diagram shows the fundamental deviation. This is the fundamental deviation for hole. Likewise, in similar fashion, this is nothing but the fundamental deviation for a shaft. Now it starts from A, B, C likewise, and it continues up till Z, C. Like a similar pattern, small alphabets indicates. Now, what is the significance? If you consider any of these blocks, suppose capital F, if you consider this square block, so what is meant by this? So exactly what does all this diagram indicates? It is nothing but the size of tolerance. That is, one square block indicates the size which is to be provided on the manufactured component. So if you are manufacturing a hole, and it requires F type of tolerance. So F type of tolerance can be understood from this. Okay. Now our target was to understand the fundamental deviation. So on y-axis we have fundamental deviation. With that we have some positive part, some negative part. Obviously the part which is below the zero line is negative and above the zero line is positive. Now in this, EI is shown over here. Similarly, EI is shown on for shaft section also, you can observe it. And ES, capital ES, try to observe. Same case, small es. So capital letters for hole, small letters for shaft, we know. Now what is the significance of EI? EI is nothing but the fundamental deviation. We call EI or ES as a fundamental deviation. Now, what is EI? I and S, what does it represent? So EI, now if you observe over here, this total part is the whole part. So for every part, this will be the minimum limit. If you try to concentrate, this will be your minimum limit. So minimum distance, what is fundamental deviation? It is nothing but the minimum distance from the zero line. We have defined earlier also. So what will be the minimum distance for a B type of hole? You can observe this. This distance is the minimum distance from zero line. So that's why it will be called as a fundamental deviation. So likewise, for a D type, we have this will be as a minimum and which will be called as fundamental. So up till H, if you consider starting from A to H, the lower limit will act as a fundamental deviation for holes. So which indicates EI. So same case for shaft, if you consider starting from H till ZC, EI, that is lower limit of a shaft, will be the closest distance to zero line, so which will act as a fundamental deviation. In similar fashion, so the holes which are after H till ZC, you can see capital ES. ES indicates the upper limit. So upper limit for shaft as well is shown over here, and for hole as well it is shown over here. You can see. So what I meant to say from the total diagram is what is the fundamental deviation. So fundamental deviation is nothing but the minimum or shortest distance of either any of the limit, and which should be minimum. So whether it is EI or ES, that you have to understand. Now, and how to remember this? Always H will be the center part. So H hole is above the zero line and H shaft is below the zero line. Now ABCD everyone knows. I think everyone knows ABCD. So just what you have to remember is H. So H for hole is above zero line and H for shaft is below the zero line. This you can remember, and it will be very easy to understand what is the so EI indicates the. Now we'll go towards the next part. Now I told you there are total 25 choices. Out of that, 18 tolerances we have, which are designated as the grades. So what are this? These are designated as IT grades. So we call this, which will start from IT01 until IT16. So IT01, IT0, IT1, likewise it will continue till IT16. Please remember this because we have a table for this also. But timing, if you are not able to understand, simply remember tolerance can be provided based on IT grades. Now, for grades 5 to 16, so following formulas can be used for calculating it, which is nothing but standard tolerance, I. Small I will be called as standard tolerance. Remember, standard tolerance always you have to find out, which will be nothing but 0.45 cube root of t plus this one. All of you remember the steps because we have to solve one numerical related with this immediately after we complete this topic. And with that, we have geometric mean. How to calculate geometric mean? It is nothing but under root of both higher and lower dimension. We'll check it. These are the possible combinations, and we can say that these are the different types of bits. these are the standardized table which we have got it from the methodology book, which you will get in our RKGN book on page 28, 288. So possible, so based on hole basis, we have this possible combinations. Based on shaft basis, we have this. So this table provides us the clearance width. So many of you might have the question. So I have a basic size of 40, 50, either 45, anything, any numerical value. And I want suppose interference width. So which I can select. So you can get it from this. There are number of possible combinations. So if your basic size is 70 with that, and if you want interference width, so 70 with that you can use this, suppose example H6 and P5. So it will provide us the interference width. How to designate this, you can understand it over here. 40H8. Now H will indicate your hole and 40 is the basic size, and with that 8 will be the IT grade. In similar fashion, we have for a shaft 40 F8, F will indicate a shaft. As soon as you observe a small letter, you can identify it as a shaft, and when it is a capital letter, you can say that it's a hole. Other part is related with the grade. Before